Fucking secret.
That's the best. I think it's
Get the mega box.
Mega Box is pretty much on the best better one to do.
Mega books.
Yeah, it's worth it. Or are you just gonna go? Or are you just
I'm
technically?
gonna go command.
You going Commander?
Yes.
So yeah, if you're gonna get, I recommend Mega Box. You good.
I'm gonna go command and then.
You give me a bucket here. You're ordering a meal here, right? I ordered it, you have to go to the alternative.
Make it a meal. Good damn. Make it a meal. A pattern. So what you got in the magic box?
Chicken.
Some chicken. Shocker. KFC card. Scan and put it in your phone. How else would you do it? Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back.
You also get 2 hot wings for 99p, so you might as well order. Yeah, you can order 2 hot wings for 99p.
Two whole wings.
2 wings, 99. Yeah, but just order like 6 wings.
I mean, I still have my munchies from. I still have my Munchables from yesterday.
What, your Lambrini and your
Yes.
milk? We don't really want to eat in the car, it's more fun.
Ah, shit, that's on. Oh, so awkward. I don't have my speaker with me.
I'm not buying it.
Alright. What's up, guys? 1 second. Okay, just to make sure the TTS works. And I'm gonna use the mic. We'll switch it up when we're in the car. So that way TTS works. Oh yeah, can we get 2?
Good.
I get a water too.
1001.
Can you get 1 as well, please?
Okay, draw some ball. Cheers. Nice one, mate. Let's go.
Thanks a lot. Huh? What?
Is that what you're having?
Yeah.
Very nutritious.
Balance it out.
No longer comes in boxes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The Mega Box is no longer a box.
Yeah, just a mega box is no longer a box. It's 2023.
It's just a mega bag.
Just a mega bag.
That really is fast food.
They don't really
Good for you.
what did you go for?
KFC.
Oh wow. That's clever, I didn't think about it.
You want some meat and some chips?
Yeah. A zinger. Just a zinger. One tasty zinger.
Wings.
Chips at KFC are good. I like the chips.
I used to like the other ones. These ones aren't too bad.
I think of like all just general fast food. I think KFC is one of them. Mass corporate fast food.
A lot of people hate it. In the US it's like really bad, apparently. Better outside the US.
I usually like their like iceboxes and stuff.
Icebox challenge.
You should have box burgers.
What?
I would have box burgers.
What do you mean?
Normally this would come in a box.
Would it?
Yeah.
Mine's an executive now. What's that? What's that?
Snack burgers.
Oh, this is quite good ones.
That was double chicken.
It was really fresh. You know, it's like a hash brown, cheese, it's a zinger,
Didn't know that was
zinger tower.
Asking for your feedback on KFC. Very good. She's satisfied.
Very good.
You should go order yourself some.
Nah, it's fine.
It's a really fresh one.
definitely not having that many.
Just mark down our order number, our table number.
Mark it down.
Wait, so I think I saw some of the Green King pubs have it. So we should be able to see what we do with that.
I almost feel like it would be a good idea to start a business of, you know,
That just does all the
a
apps.
franchise. Yeah.
They're asking how the fries better than McDonald's.
I mean, effectively just kind of to me it would something like someone like Steve could do that. Because they just got all the infrastructure in-house.
Yeah, got payments, got
Payments, inventory, menus,
ordering. Yeah.
It's the in-house version of the restaurant. Pubs and
You don't have to worry about delivery on it. Sounds like an easier business model to use. I guess it's up to companies to buy into it.
Gravy and biscuits.
biscuits and gravy. Can't really get that in this country.
Gravy's a different thing in the US, isn't it?
Biscuits would be more like dumplings with sauce on it. When I had it then.
Go get that chicken marciano.
Have you tried it before?
Yeah, I have it. I went to some cafe in San Francisco and tried like a new American dining meal every day for breakfast.
What do you think of it? Was it good?
Denny's.
No, I probably wouldn't have it again. Maybe it's all one.
Just imagine the UK version of it.
Well, that's what. So when I first heard of it, I was there like, do they mean like custard creams and like?
It basically,
Bourbon biscuit.
it's a bit like, you know, like when you get the beef and dumpling stew. It's like dumplings, I suppose.
Never had beef and dumpling stew, but I can kind of envision what you're going for. It's not biscuits. It's more
It's
dumpling.
just flour and suet, really, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of doughy ball.
Same with sort of things like poutine and stuff.
Vladimir Putin. I think we can say for the last 24 hours hasn't been the healthiest food we've ever eaten.
No, the last 24 hours good.
Just try this on the record, it's fine.
The rest of the week wasn't too bad, but this is.
Is this breakfast?
Chips.
No, it's more like lunch, I guess.
Burgers and eggs.
How good's your connection over here?
Actually, quite good. Better than goddamn Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It struck me interesting in there. There was this guy where I went, it's like Burger King on the street of Malcolm. It's like, it's full of homeless people basically. It's just open, it's a place down the range.
It's extreme. It's like, you know, homeless people next to Teslas and stuff. San Francisco.
Oh God.
What's that?
Is that chicken connoisseur?
Have you been around to like the
Yes,
area with like the campuses, like the Google campus or whatever?
No, it's not in the city.
Yeah. In the valley.
Oh,
Into the apple.
American biscuits taste like odd scone to me.
What?
Well, let's eat cereal first thing.
I dip my chip in your gravy. It's quite a lemony one, that one.
A lemon gravy.
Yeah, a lot of lemon in it. It's finger licking good. I'll tell you that, son.
So chicken sandwich goes very good, huh?
It's a particularly good one, that, yeah.
Better than
Fresh,
McChicken.
very fresh. Crawley M6 motorway service.
Yeah, I should do fast food reviews like that YouTuber. Fast food reviews, dollar menu reviews.
Yeah.
Have you seen the YouTube channel called The Pengus Munch before?
No.
It's like that.
Pengus Munch.
It's like a kid who goes around doing like chicken shop reviews.
Yeah, we're wearing like a oversized jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Like a little kid with a big jacket.
So, which below the bit.
Genuinely quite funny little series.
Oh yeah. He's very professional about it. He takes it very seriously. Goes far like nobody went before. They say it.
He's reviewing Bossman's chicken.
The same way 22 million chickens per day in the UK.
Oh yes.
Really?
Horrible smell.
One chicken for every 4 people.
How's that toilet? Motorway service toilet.
The recycle.
And how many fish? And how many chips?
It's probably 22 million if you include all the dog food and stuff as well. Well, like, a lot of chicken was going to dog food as well.
All the offcuts.
Yeah, it's not well.
Low-key want to get like an ice cream or something.
A nice cream. I like this window thing here. Yeah. Quite nice.
Saying KFC chicken is spicier than Popeyes. I don't have Popeyes in the UK at all.
No Popeyes.
No Popeyes.
I mean, pork pies aren't spicy at all.
They're not. They don't exist.
Or you mean,
That's
or
how
you
it's
mean
spicy.
on the meme spiciness scale.
I don't know. I'm probably talking about America. KFC chicken is spicier than Popeyes.
You've got your Lamborghini.
I don't think it's. What?
You've got your Lamborghini and milk before.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. I got that Lamborghini on deck. Lamborghini's on deck. That food went down quick.
Just hype. Is that like a brand?
Yeah, hype.
Hype.
They do like bags and
What about hype
t-shirts and
beast?
stuff.
Just went to do that.
Did you get a little towel, those little wipers?
No.
There is a wiper.
Let's go get a hand wash.
I mean, I just used some of that hand sanitizer.
Go back to the toilet. Is there soap in the toilet?
Yeah. Might have a toilet.
Yes.
disconnect. Oh no, I know why. There I am. But yeah, we're already on the way to London. We're like halfway. I'm gonna try stream from the car, see how it goes. I'm gonna try now. Spicy pineapple popcorn chicken. Hey, if it's chicken, I'll eat it. It's always deuce. What does it mean? Shit faced on one day. Maybe, possibly. Time. God damn. It's pretty cozy. I'll look for the pig. No, it's not a pig. That's it. It's one cozy shark. Oh, why is it backing up? That's not a good time to back up. Thinks it's on Wi-Fi, this phone. This phone thinks it's on Wi-Fi. It's updating and shit. It's not a good time to update. You're not on actual Wi-Fi. It's stupid dumb. Condoms. Shit. They're already at the car. I lost track. They already went to the car with the last. Alright.
Are you able to move your chest?
So do you guys want to try me to go in the front?
Yeah, I'm kind of driving. I don't really want to push up too much.
No. But I know like Matt has it really far back.
Far back.
Far back normally.
But even this is like, I'd probably put the seat at the back anyway myself.
Served after 11 a.m.
How do you dock
participating restaurants only?
So you have to go to, you have to basically via the telephone, Bluetooth telephony, and then add the pairing on here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can link the TTS to the car thing. That's gonna be perfect. Request media and TTS for car speakers.
Okay, you're all in.
Right, but can I go in the front? Because otherwise the stream is gonna be shit.
Oh, it says it might be connected to another device.
Hang on. Just get my Bluetooth should be off.
Oh fuck! Where's that coming from? I felt it was like from me.
Yeah, so yes, you can just forget it if you want.
Forget it. Turn the code, yeah. Oh, you can start on here. Amazing.
Can you go see the Queen today?
Serious dating and marriage app for Muslims. I think it's back there.
Just follow it around, yeah.
Hey, do you want me to try to go in the front for a little bit? Or no? No. Okay,
You missed that.
I missed that opportunity. Because, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to just go live from here. I mean, I am, but.
It's that window of opportunity.
What do you mean? Still in the parking.
Be on it. You call shotgun before you do.
Keep on going. The exit's there.
It does look like an exit. No, this is the drive-through.
What's the plan? London.
Don't give me the drive-through.
I've just got to do this. Alright.
You okay to drive?
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry. Wrong place. Oh, dear.
Explain yourself.
Oh, dear.
IRL or noise or coffee.
He's getting some single cup of fucking boiled milk.
In his Volkswagen Arteon.
Let's look out the window at least.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You can just point your camera in the window.
But it's not good. How about we switch? I'll put it all the way up. I will put it all the way forward, like to
I'm
here.
gonna get car sick before I go.
What do you mean? You gotta get a car sick.
I can put it on the front for you if you want. But
Really? Alright, put it on the front. Fuck it. I'm gonna get car sick. What the fuck? Really? You never been in the back of a car? Holy shit. You might love it, you know, you never know. It's his favorite spot. One second. I'll start to the camera in a second. Just gonna hook it up. Chargers.
Yeah, how long does it take for one game? Ordering off the shop. He passed his little cup of milk or whatever.
Cup of milk. Right, so is there a charger in this car or not? That's okay.
Fucking hell.
Travel well protected. Download the app and write to get
Do you have a charger? Can you?
It's already charged. It's already all set up. It's already. Oh my god. It's okay. Okay, that's fine. But it was already perfectly done.
It's just like a magnetic clasp that goes on.
The other one.
Oh, you just got the cable in there, right? That's a second one.
Just put it on the.
Yeah, you can hang it on
I don't really have anywhere to put it.
There we go, Leicester, essential travel only.
Really?
Yeah. Goes on that side.
I was at the quarantine zone.
Yeah. You're entering the COVID zone.
I can't really.
Yeah, it's
You have to hold it or something.
so good. We tried. Alright, I'll do it manually. Let's try it settle. Something like that.
Yeah, you can just hold it and point it to its proper screen.
Pretty much.
That's stopping you doing that.
Alright, TTS and media is on. Oh, it's upside down because it doesn't have the auto flip. Alright. Forgetting this is not Streamlabs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just down the motorway. Wow, it's
Upside down.
not really
How you want to drive it upside in the car. just like that.
You may as well just turn the stream on. Like,
Why not? They like it. It's fine. We'll check it. It's random. People like it. That's better, LOL. See, I'm telling you.
If it's DAB, you should.
Oh, it's out of order now.
Got quality and always little on price. Subject to availability selected stores exclusion night.
The amazing Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G on Vodafone at Limited Max is now just £67 per month and £29 upfront. That's our fastest unlimited data plan with 5G
Is it LBC
at our
Pro
lowest
Card or
ever price.
anti-card?
And claim free Galaxy Buds Plus worth £159. Keep connecting on the UK's best mobile data network. Ready? Vodafone.
It's something like basically like buses. It's got slower and slower and slower. And average speed is more like, you know, you go twice as fast on a bicycle. Like, there's a thing like the bus average, someone's posted that the bus average speed has gone down so much it's taken people off of buses because they're like, fuck this, it takes so long. And then it's like, just get an Uber or just use the tube or something.
They only go as fast as traffic goes.
The thing is, as well as a lot of traffic lanes have been taken out for extra bike lanes and traffic calming, so there's like the actual speed of traffic going in London's gone down a lot. Plus the really uneconomic thing, adding 40,000 extra routes onto London roads, right? It's obviously slowed stuff down a lot. There's so many cars that are just like circulating around central London.
They should have a congestion charge for hybrids, to be honest.
Oh, well, because they meet the emission targets, so they don't need it.
Well, yeah, they don't pay the congestion charge if you're in a hybrid. That's why all the Ubers are hybrids. But really, like, they don't actually.
Yeah, they still add to congestion though.
Yeah, and they add to pollution as well because they don't actually. Like I said, they're not actually electronic because they don't generate enough while they're driving. So
Yeah, you won't want to stop starting enough for you. You don't really have enough running time to charge the battery. So another one is going to come like the congestion charge should be for congestion. You can have a separate emissions charge if you want to.
they do have emissions.
Yeah, there is. If you have a big diesel one or whatever, right? Or an old car.
They're selling it. They're reselling it with a profit. It's over 28.
Yeah. And that's it's when the Russian report came out, it's what they call the laundromat city. London has become a laundromat.
And Russia, now it's China.
Yes, and the idea is that this foreign money from hostile nations being invested into legitimate businesses in London, then being turned around legitimately, can then be used as clean money to still pursue PRC interests in this country.
Let's follow along the routes and questions and Knightsbridge. I've got all the details of it. Let's see where the money goes.
And what is your interest in this, Mark? How did you get involved?
Well, I was just a guy who, if you Google Abanis Squatters, you'll see my name. I don't know, I came across this. I was a filmmaker, I got a camera stuck into it on all the TV channels and then all the press.
story
I was given a secret list of 3,061 offshore houses with names. I knew who
What
they
interest
were.
on
This is one of your sources when you're looking into a film. Somebody gave you that as a source, yeah?
Dodgy money from.
Yeah, well, the secret name. I was in a golf club in the Cane Lounge.
Interesting. Really sounds like an interesting
Anyways, can I just say to your listeners, I spoke to you a couple of weeks ago outside the thing I gave you the
John donated
I can't believe I walked up the road and I suddenly realised, oh, wait a minute, I just spoke to Majid and it's got a minute to go till he's on air. Switch the radio on.
Oh, is that you?
I'm thinking, wait a minute, this guy doesn't do any prep, no meetings for producers, no. Everything's in your head.
Yeah, it's in my head. You just exposed me, Mark, as being
I think you're one of the finest minds in our country today, and I call you modesty accompanying genius.
Alright, okay, we're going to go to the next one. Thanks, Mark. I can't believe this. I bumped into ministry. Hi, James. Is it? That's a bit scary. I should watch out. Look over my shoulder. James from Birmingham, speak to us.
I'd just like to talk about the Tory. I'd just like to ask you why you don't talk about the Tory ministers and MPs who are in receipt of Russian money.
Okay, that's a bit of a straw man, James. That's really, it's like that's like asking somebody when did they stop beating their wife? It's a loaded question.
No, I'm just asking you.
You're asking a loaded question, James. I tell you what to do. It's going to make life really easy for you, James. It'll give you less stress as well, honestly.
Okay,
yeah. Go online, Google Majid Nawaz Tory, Majid Nawaz Conservative, LBC, and see all the videos. They're all there for you, mate.
Yeah, but I've been listening to
Wait, James. The reality proves you wrong. So just look at reality. It's as simple as that, and I'm smiling because I know I'm right. So don't worry about it. I don't even need to fight you over this. If you look, go online, you'll see all the videos. In fact, even if you go to my Twitter feed, you'll see me. I've specifically named and shamed specific Tory politicians. In fact, I started with David Cameron, and because David Cameron took on the trade role with RC, I literally put out the Guardian article with the millions and millions of dollars that were involved in that trade role that Cameron took on. And the tweet, all it said was, "We're coming for you." That's how involved in the genocide of Muslims in East Turkestan. You've got to understand, you're talking to somebody that is probably more motivated than you are to expose all this. So please don't talk to me as if I'm pulling punches here, right? I'm probably the least one pulling punches on this in the country.
I don't really hear you say it on the radio.
Yeah, well, you know why, James? You know why? Because people, and I mean this in all genuine sincerity, people that veer to the left are blind in the left eye, and people that veer to the right are blind in the right eye. They only hear what suits their confirmation bias. If you listen to me with both ears and both eyes open, you will hear me criticize anybody and everybody that goes against the principle I'm trying to advocate for. In this case, defending the Uyghurs against the genocide. Right? So if you go back, just look up the videos, you'll see me talk about the 48 group, which is all Tories, by the way, right? Mostly, not all. You'll see me having posted on Twitter the actual faces, like mugshots of the three people, Cameron's people, that sit on the Huawei board, named them with photographs and said, "I'm coming for you." I'm coming for them all, by the way. I'm coming for all of them. I will not stop and I will not give up until the Uyghur genocide stops. And actually, they should be trembling in their boots because this country will see it. The culture in this country, the in this country, and the way we do politics is going to clean up. When we clean our act up, all of those people that have been collaborating with an ongoing genocide in East Turkestan are all going to be standing like the emperor with no clothes, James. You watch. Hello? They'll be standing like the emperor with no clothes.
What about this government and the stuff that's going on in this particular...
I've been talking about the Russian report and the Kremlin influence for ages.
Robert Jenrick, it stinks.
James, you're literally saying what about, and so just think about that for a second. You're engaging in whataboutery with probably one of the most consistent on this stuff pundits in the country. I go for left and right equally if I believe they're going against fundamental liberal secular humanist principles. So it's probably not a good idea to whataboutery this because the ample evidence is up there. Just Google my name and anything you're not speaking about, and you'll find speaking about it. Let's go to John on the line from Wimbledon.
Hi, Magic. Thanks for taking my call. 3 points, if I may. The first one, I think there's a phrase for what you're talking about, or part of what you're talking about, and that's hypernormalisation. And I'm interested to know if you've seen the documentary of that name by Alex Cross. I'd also commend it to your other listeners. The second point is, I'm very interested that you offer that there is some orchestration between China and Russia in terms of the former, to use your your nomenclature, the CCP, destabilising the left, giving money to universities, while Russia handles the right. And I wondered whether you were claiming that there was in fact orchestration between the two nations, or they've simply chosen their targets and they're just playing in their own lane.
So
and it's kind of evolved like that.
Yes, the latter definitely. The former, I will pull back from saying I can, I think it's formalised. I don't know, but the latter, it's what I see. It's what I'm observing, and that may mean it's formalised. It may mean it accidentally happened. I will add to this, John, just as a framework for you to help analyse this, that don't assume the Kremlin will always stand by the CCP. The Kremlin will act in this upcoming Cold War that we're already in. The Kremlin will act a bit like Britain acted between Europe and the United States of America. It will try and broker, because what's in the Kremlin's interests is that a new balance of power emerges between the CCP and the USA, between the PRC and the USA, so that the Kremlin can be the power broker, the fixer, the kingmaker. So they won't always back the PRC, but they have been so far in making or helping us undermine trust in our own country and establishment. Now, the other thing I'd say, John, to your point, is look at their space program, where there is a specific collaboration that is happening, and it's not just a coincidence. The space program where they're working with the Kremlin and the PRC are working together to compete against the USA when it comes to their satellite program to target, to be able to shoot satellites down from space.
Satellites been behaving abnormally.
We've got to go to the news, I'm afraid, John. Do you want literally 5 seconds to have the last word? Go for it.
The last one is this. It's counterproductive. It can be. I've never trusted China less than I do now, so I'm not convinced that their efforts are having the desired effect across the board.
Good.
And I imagine there are a lot of people who think the same thing.
Thank you. You're listening to me, Majid Nawaz, on LBC. The time is now 1 minute past 1.
On your radio, on Global Player, and
Play LBC.
leading Britain's conversation. This is LBC.
From Global's newsroom at 1 o'clock, Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab says he's standing by the government's swift decision to impose a 2-week coronavirus quarantine on people returning from Spain. The move has provoked anger and confusion among tourists. The decision to take Spain off a safe travel list was announced late yesterday and took effect just hours later. Shadow Health Secretary Jonathan Ashworth says he's not happy with the government's reaction.
You couldn't make it up that Grant Shapps is over there on holiday in Spain when he's the Transport Secretary. I think that tells you everything about the sort of the government's approach to this. But they've got to back it up with financial support for people.
The UK's biggest tour operator, TUI, says it's decided to cancel all holidays to mainland Spain until August the 9th. It says customers due to travel there up to that date will be able to get a full refund or the option to rebook their holiday. Earlier, the company told passengers who are currently on holiday that they will be able to return on their intended flight home. Kevin is at Alicante Airport preparing to fly back to Newquay. He told us he was left with a difficult decision to make.
We have a holiday over here, so we're going to come out again in 4 weeks' time. So last night, we almost decided to actually say, let's stay for another 4 or 7 weeks, just until things get better. But actually, we're concerned that things may get worse quickly, so we're taking the safest option and get home.
Australia has recorded its highest daily number of deaths from coronavirus, with authorities in Victoria struggling to cope with cases. The state's second wave is being driven by workplace infections in areas such as care homes and warehouses. It's being claimed some people are still turning up for work, even though they know they are sick and have symptoms. A Met Police commander has defended his officers after it emerged they'd arrested a 12-year-old boy playing with a toy gun, believing it to be real. A team of officers with sniffer dogs went to a home in Camden in North London on July the 17th after a call from a member of the public claiming to have seen a black male holding a firearm. Lawyer Carl Gordon says officers have to treat such reports as genuine. The Defence Secretary says Britain will take steps to protect itself against military threats in space from Russia and China in a review of the country's defences. Ben Wallace's comments follow reports of Russia testing an anti-satellite weapon in space earlier this month. And the weather, scattered showers and sunshine for England and Wales, rain in Scotland and Northern Ireland, and high 24. From Global's newsroom, I'm Tim Humphrey.
It's actually the name of Reagan.
It's a Reagan-era thing of putting nuclear weapons in space, yeah. Well, also I think the thing people worry about is the kinetic weaponry, where you get like a big rod and you can just maybe use the orbit
talking about people like me, whether they're Muslims or African Americans or Black British, people that have a legitimate grievance against racism and decide to express that grievance by being racist themselves. If any one of you caught the torrent of abuse that Ice Cube, the rapper, who I grew up listening to with his millions of followers, if any of you caught the torrent of abuse he was putting out online, unchecked, unbanned, unstopped, uncensored, and the way in which he was talking about our Jewish cousins was disgusting to a point where I felt the need to call him out. But it didn't stop with Ice Cube. Other lesser known rappers and artists began taking up that same narrative and pushing it out there, led by him. And so yesterday in Britain, one such name, with around 500,000 followers roughly, and the day before yesterday, and I think still continued he did on other platforms, started pushing out online the most typical, disgusting, racist anti-Semitism, claiming that it's Jews that are enslaving blacks. Now, it happened here, but it started in the US with Ice Cube, focusing on Jews being the cause of the problem for racism against blacks. Now, if you heard me in the previous hour, you'd understand the framework to use here when having this conversation. This is all being encouraged online by troll farms who are trying to turn us against each other. We now know that. We have evidence of it. Twitter has published that this is happening. The way to do it is divide and conquer. So the way to do it is, because I'm a Muslim with Middle Eastern heritage, I'm naturally going to be angry about Palestine and about racism. So they get into my head and they say to me, the problem is the Jews. So then I go out and I force the public to make a choice between supporting Muslims and blacks in this country or supporting Jews. And I present it as if it's a binary choice in that way, because I present the Jews as my oppressors. It should be obvious how that turns us against each other. It should be obvious how that's a policy of divide and conquer. It should be obvious how the ignorant fellow travellers who are walking this line of propaganda, who are pushing it out there, it should be obvious to them that they are playing somebody else's game to turn us against each other. Post everything that's happened, post Brexit, post Trump, post all of the hacking and Cambridge Analytica and the Russia report and the hidden hand and PRC's influence in this country via CCP operatives, post all of that, are you any longer in any doubt that they are trying to turn us against each other? And so I'll tell you now with absolute confidence that the way to fight racism is not to become a racist. And so this rapper yesterday, who was online pushing out the most vile anti-Semitism, was unchecked for hours until finally his account was suspended. But left unchecked for hours, pushing out minute by minute the most vile anti-Semitic.
There was another one, the other one he took out.
Now this raises two questions. First, why is it happening? But second, why are the tech platforms allowing it? So the first one I've just addressed. It's the divide and conquer strategy. We're being pushed to use our grievances against other people rather than in solidarity with other people. Look, I am a survivor of every grievance you can think of under the planet. I don't know why these things happen to me, but from a child onwards, I've faced violent racism. As I said, I've been a survivor of the war on terror. Whatever thing you think I should be angry about, I've lived through. One thing I've learned in life, because I did what I see now happening on a macro level across society, on a personal level, I already did that as a 17-year-old. I turned my legitimate grievance into bigotry against other people. And I joined an extreme organization. I started pushing out the very rhetoric I see these rappers pushing out yesterday and across the Atlantic by Ice Cube. I've been there before they were saying this stuff. But I'll tell you now, it doesn't solve anything. It turns us against each other. And anyone who knows the Jewish community like I do will know that they have historically until this day been at the forefront of challenging racism, been at the forefront of empowering voices such as mine and yours to speak out and to pursue social justice. solution to that anger isn't to become the beast you're seeking to defeat. The solution to that anger is to defeat that beast inside yourself first, and then reach out to other people in love, to work with people to help you. And that's what these rappers should be doing. Reaching out in solidarity to the Jewish people, because guess what, Ice Cube? Guess what? The slavery that you're really upset about, and rightfully so, what do you think the Holocaust was? Jews were turned into slaves and the bodies were commodified. Their hair was sold as they were sent to the gas chambers. Their personage was abused. They know what it feels like as a community to live through slavery. And that's why I'm so upset about the Uyghur genocide, because that is the commodification of human beings. 13 tons of their hair was found shipped to the United States of America. So if you're going to find allies anywhere, and you're upset about enslaved labor, or you're upset about slavery per se, you will find allies in the Jewish community. Do not turn against them. Stand with them, because they know what it means to suffer. And therefore, based upon what I just said there, in solidarity with the many, many Jewish voices who are upset that Twitter allowed this torrent of anti-Jewish hatred to spew online and continue for hours on end without check. Whereas you all know, and if you're in any doubt, I'm going to tell you right now, but you all know, the slightest un-PC thing said on these platforms outside of anti-Semitism is taken down in an instant. Just open your newspaper today, the Sunday Times. Open Camilla Long's column in the comments section. It's headed, "Oh Twitter, you don't have the skills or the guts to promote debate, so you stifle it." Why did Camilla Long write that column? Because poor Camilla Long, who works for a newspaper that's 200 years old, which is called the Times, Sunday Times, right? Camilla Long publishes a column in the 200-year-old newspaper, the Sunday Times, which as a country we should be very proud of. We have good free and fair journalism in this country. She publishes a column in this newspaper, 200-year-old newspaper, mentioning the years it's relevant to it. Camilla mentions it in a column, right? 14-year-old Twitter comes along and says, "Hey, 200-year-old journalism, we're banning this column from our platform because it's a column expressing skepticism about face masks, and that means you're misleading the public, so your column is banned." 14-year-old Twitter knows better than 400-year-old Sunday Times when it comes to face masks, and yet these rappers have been pushing out anti-Semitism online unchecked, and Twitter does nothing. Go and find Farrakhan's account there. It's still there on Twitter. He's never been told that he's permanently banned. He gets taken off, gets a telling off, comes back on. That's the man who said that when God puts you in the ovens, it will be permanent. Apologies, I don't mean to trigger anyone unnecessarily. It's important to understand the sheer hate that this man puts out there. He's still on Twitter. Camilla Long, who writes for the 200-year-old Sunday Times, has an article taken down that she's written about in today's Sunday Times. How was that rapper yesterday allowed to go on for hours on the most vile anti-Semitic rant I've seen in this country?
It's quite 10 minutes ago.
For a long time.
Don't see what he's doing.
And it went unchecked. And yet Camilla Long's column on face masks gets taken down because she's correct. She's correct. This 14-year-old platform doesn't have the skill nor the guts to arbitrate.
Why is he ranting so much about this?
My Jewish cousins. Tomorrow from 9
Come on, we need to fill till 1:30 when the mind doesn't rant about something.
Forgive me. Tomorrow 9 a.m. I will be joining my Jewish cousins in boycotting Twitter for 48 hours in protest of the lackadaisical approach content platforms take to anti-Semitism. And have been for too long. I'll tell you something else that I will add from my side to this. The lackadaisical approach they take to ex-Muslim rights, to people that want to exit Islam and then get accused of blasphemy, which carries the death sentence in countries like Iran, Pakistan, and they are trolled online. And because Twitter has no idea, having a left bias like most of our institutions, has no idea that
some music, please, something.
Blasphemy in a country that kills people for blasphemy.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
There is no other way around it. It is a death threat, and Twitter does not act. There are blind spots in our left eye. We are not guarding our left flank.
Bear with me. Have some people phoning in and stuff.
Levo taxi drivers and West Ham fans phoning in.
good view from here, I don't blame them.
There's not really much to look at, and it's a pretty.
Nah, I mean, if I were in the front, it'd be different. It's fine.
There isn't really very much. There's nothing until you get to London. London will be.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the most interesting street.
Are you actually managing to keep a connection though for this time?
Yeah, it's better than Liverpool.
Because we must be hopping through phone cells all the time with it.
Chinese.
There is a ring road that goes like. What? Kingston. No, the North Circular is Hitchin. Hitchin? No. Hitchin is like. Hitchin's in Kingston. No, North Circular in London.
Just go through Edgware.
Yeah. North Circular and say when to take it off. Woodbury Green or Liverpool.
New Southgate.
New Southgate. New Southgate is not Muslim. New Southgate. And then what, down Southgate Road, is it? Is that will take you over Eleganta Palace?
A109. Bounds Green Road.
Yeah. Yeah, I know where you get off there. But that will take you over Eleganta Palace basically to get back. That's right, that route.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Alright, over Eleganta we go then to take it up.
Perfect. You can drop me at either services to
Well, I'll drop you in those. Near enough without any.
should be able to go the 80th.
810. 810. Yeah, I can go see New Southgate in back. Palms Green or
Where
whatever.
are you going to?
I guess I'll do Battalion can drop you at King's Cross.
You can just go north, or you can just go south.
Yeah, Battalion can drop you around King's Cross or Old Street or something like that. Or maybe that's Old Street. Yeah?
Somewhere around the area.
Yeah, drop you around Old Street, and then Dean I can drop you at. You plan a route. I can go through. If I go through Rotherhithe Tunnel, then I can probably drop you by the Rotherhithe Tunnel. Is that alright, Dean?
Which headphones on?
Ask him if it's alright. I can drop him at the
He's
Rotherhithe
falling
Tunnel.
asleep.
He's passing out.
Oh yeah, I'll drop him by the Rotherhithe Tunnel. I think that's the best way. I think.
Yeah, I think that'd be best.
Right, what is this? Just like.
Just head for hours. Drunk.
That's Pop and Stephen GB, they're all over there on Instagram, looking to there on occasion. Susan Cruikshank, Julie, Mealy, Bridget, Julie, and Little Joy Julie, lots of industries as I do.
It's just like mumbling.
All people listening in today. It brings us to this one. It's brand new, reissued.
Yeah, Chinese doesn't sound very good, does it?
Classic by Art Blakey, jazz master.
They have no intonation.
Originally recorded in 1959.
Was that Chinese? Sounded like Japanese better.